Hi. Second book that I managed to finish within 2 days is titled If Only by Segodi Leshalabe. Segodi Leshalabe. He dedicates the book to his late mom and to his God Almighty. He thanks God for the gift of life, the gift of writing, the resources and ideas He's provided him, and for God's unconditional love. Segodi Leshalabe is a South African writer. He does this in his spare time, and he's asked me to share this book review, with you. And if you are curious about his work and his writing, or if you want to order this book, I can provide you with the link. You can get the free draft and also just rate him and give him your feedback of his writing. I really thoroughly enjoyed the book. Honestly, it's a book that gives you hope in love, in trust, and book that just gives you courage, more lifing. Sometimes we all need that. So it was a nice read. It's it's a feel good book, easy read about. So in short, if I can summarize it, it's about a lady who has been through heartache and pain in her past relationships, and she meets a gentleman who genuinely loves her, and she didn't see that in the beginning, but ends up warming up to him, and is tested on love and trust and that fear she once had of falling for someone again. So it also something that also kept me in tune and curious is the storyline of her career. She's a career woman. She has been doing exceptionally well in her work. She works for some consulting firm in Centurion. Okay, this book is actually most of the storylines are based in Centurion, Pretoria, which makes me relate a lot to it. So yeah, she's had bad encounters at work with her superior who tried to harass her, sexually. She had a case going there, and she had to deal with that alone. Friends are busy, families are busy. Even this person that she was starting to fall for was also busy with his own work, and you have to deal with some things like that alone. So for me, it was one thing I was actually keen about in the storyline. She managed to succeed in her case, the legal case that was going on with her superior, fortunately, because most of the time, yeah, in real life, it's really hard to win a case with your superior, whom you know has got greater connections and knowledge when it comes to, legal matters than you. So fortunately, in this case, she managed to win. And I think the ending was just so perfect. It was a fairy tale. I didn't really expect it. I didn't know what to expect in the ending of the book, but it just warmed up my heart. Yeah, I think Lodi, you did well there, because we all want a happy ending. So yeah, in the end, due to her mistrust, she pushed away the guy, and the guy moved overseas to just start over because he felt that this girl doesn't love him as much as he loves her. And just when he's abroad and starting a new life for himself there, or a new project, the lady decides that okay, she's made a mistake, and she runs after him, and by that means she catches a flight, she arranges a flight to go overseas where he was, followed him to just apologize, because she felt that this could be her last hope in love, and love sometimes is worth fighting for. So yeah, she flew over to London, and they rekindled their love. He appreciated more than anything that she flew all the way from South Africa to London, to apologize, whereas she could have done it with, over the phone with these latest, ways of communicating, instead of, yeah, wasting so much money and time to just say that you're sorry. I also commended her for that. And yeah, to find that when she gets there, that it's his birthday and he is close with a friend, a mutual friend of her former boss. So she gets to meet with her former boss in London. And when they reconnect, he proposes that she looks into a job offer in London, where she could excel in. So yeah, he gives her that connection with a firm that's looking for a female, or just, to add diversity to their culture. Someone who was likely to be more suitable was her. And yeah, she gives it a shot, and it ends there. We don't know how everything turned over. That's where the book started to just wrap up on most of the storylines. And yeah, it leaves us questioning ourselves that did she get the job, and did they really live happily ever after? But it was really an enjoyable book that I would ask you guys to rate. I'm not gonna give it a rating, but I definitely think that anyone who wants words of upliftment and courage should go through, most definitely. Thank you, Segodi, for sharing this with us. If you are keen to read this book, let me know. Just put in your comment and I will be able to send you a link. Thank you, guys, and I shall see you again very soon. I recommend any books that we can read or follow, or review for you, and I will be more than happy to do so. The next book that we are likely to review next is let me not tell you now. Just keep checking out the videos.